Hey y'all, welcome back to Ormsby Farm. This is Casey. Today we're doing something a little bit different and following along with Learn, Create, Sew, and creating a ragdoll. Now I did it for under $6 from Dollar Tree, but if it interests you, come along.
I'm coming home.
Alrighty, so these are the supplies that I used. Again, all of it, most of it was Dollar Tree, but these right here are the patterns that she actually includes on her website, and I'm gonna leave a link in the description box to where you can get these free patterns. I like to do it on more of like a sturdy craft kind of paper, but all the guidelines are in the pattern for you. It actually was really, really cool. And it tells you how many to cut of each. So it's really a step-by-step. Right there I'm showing you that I'm using more of a sturdier one so you could reuse those patterns. Good pair of scissors. I grabbed this tool only to help me turning things inside out and stuffing the doll. This fabric is something from Dollar Tree. So again, that fat quarter is up to you what kind of style you want to use. The yarn, again, also from Dollar Tree. It's up to you for the color of the hair. And for the skin, she used a little bit different of a fabric, but I went to Goodwill and I got the 50% off color and grabbed a color that I was looking for. It's a little bit stretchier, so I'm hoping that helps with the dolls. So right here I'm showing you, I've already cut out all the patterns. So what I'm gonna do is cut the appropriate amount of pieces that is stated on the pattern. So let me tell you, this fabric was driving me crazy for not being folded correctly. But you wanna go ahead and cut out the right amount and put it aside. And be sure, y'all, if you're enjoying these videos that I don't do them very often, but if you're enjoying these videos, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it on your social media to those you think would find it beneficial. So I'm gonna tell you, the shirt fabric was the struggle bus. So it looks a little jagged around the edges, but again, we're sewing it, so we're gonna make it all work. And one thing that I want to say with the arm is you want to make sure that you read it because you'll need the two different side arms. So flip side of each of them. I think I show in the video where I did that, but looking at the two arms, you want two of a right arm and two, yeah, there it is. Two of a right arm, flip the pattern over and get two of the left arms. So that's important, and it does say there to leave open in the area, and you want to mark those lines because that's where you're going to leave it open to stuff. So I'm putting the legs together first and putting the back and the front of the shoe on there, and basically you're going to show it. Now, let me just say, in the video she did say to use matching fabric and yarn. I didn't listen, and you'll see why in a minute. So now you're going to want to right sides together, leaving an opening, and sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around. And again, I did a total wrong colored thread, and she looks like she's been amputated, but it's okay because she's still cute. So right here, I'm flipping it inside out, and the legs were probably the hardest one to do, and that's why I had that tool to kind of help me flip it over and then stuff. Now right here, basically what she said on the patterns is you're gonna want to mark the center. You're going to want to line up the two centers of both of the head and the body and sew. Right here you see I'm putting the legs face first to the doll's face, and we're going to pin it so that we can sew right down in a straight line. So the front of the shoes should be touching the front of the doll face. And I like super speed this part, so I'm trying to keep up. And then you see I'm adding the back of the doll now, and I'm pinning all the way around. So just a reminder, when you're folding the legs on the front of the doll, the front of the shoes should touch the front of the face of the doll. But now I'm going to do another 1/4 inch seam allowance and go all the way around the doll, going slowly, but making sure to get both pieces, the front and the back. And we're going to leave kind of the tushy area open, because that's where we're going to flip and we're going to stuff. Again, you should use coordinating thread colors, which I didn't. Winning! So right here, what I'm showing is the dress now. I have hemmed the top part of the dress, or the neckline, and you're going to put right sides together. So right side, whoop, together. And you're going to sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance on each side, and then we're going to turn it inside out to put it on top of the dolls. With the arms, remember I said before to follow the pattern guidelines and mark the 2 lines right there and there. There we go. And you're going to sew around the rest of them at an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance all the way around, leaving that spot open so you can flip it and stuff it. Now this is why you should choose matching threads, because the brown thread and the peach color look cray-cray. But hey, it's my first one. So once you get it all stuffed, you've already put on the dress, you're gonna attach the arms. Now what she did was she did one through the arms, then one through the body, going through the whole body, not just the dress. And then once that was on secure, she went through the middle of the body to the other side, like I'm doing right here, to attach the arm on the other side. So through the arm, through the dress, through the arm, through the dress. And then when you double knot it, I'm gonna go through the front and out the back so it's hidden so you don't see the knot. Now, one reason this is called rag dolls is because you can use different rags to use, and that's a shirt that I just wanted the buttons on, and I may save the shirt to make another dress. But what I'm gonna do, as you see, is I'm gonna hand stitch this, and you probably should be color coordinated yarn again, but I'm a rebel. So I'm gonna go from the back of the head forward to sew it, because the knot in the back will be hidden by the hair. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the other eye. Back of the head through the front, and we're just gonna attach that button as the eye. And she's starting to come together. I'm gonna put it here if you want to follow the full walkthrough by Learn, Create, Sew, excuse me. I'll leave it in an index card here. So once you have the body of the doll together, you're gonna wanna draw lines to where you want your hair line to go. Now there is a piece of information that she has in the free download for the pattern as well, but you'll want to download. But what I'm gonna do is measure it. And so mine was 7 that I was doing, so we're gonna need 14-inch length of yarn. But she also gave a good hint on finding something to wrap it around, like right there. That's a 5x7 piece of cardboard. And this is the waft, I think is what it was called. And that's what you're gonna sew the yarn on to get the hairline. You're gonna wanna cut on the dotted line like it says in the instructions. And then we're gonna go ahead and get some yarn wrapped. So she wraps it around. You'll see I'm doing it a little bit faster. And then you're gonna cut it and you have your hair. So what you're gonna do in an even one layer, not a lot of gaps, you're gonna wanna lay the yarn side by side on one half of the waft paper. If I'm calling it wrong, leave it in the comment section. And then you're going to put the other half on top and we're gonna sew with coordinating colored threads, which I did this time, down the black line, and it's so easy. It kind of like rips away. It's pretty cool. See? Whoop, 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 whoop. And now you have hairline. So after you do 6 or 7 of those, you're gonna put them aside, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hand stitch it onto the doll. This is the time consuming part right here, because you're gonna sew over the hairline so that it attaches to the head. I do it every 2 threads, maybe I was sewing on there, from the side of the face to the back, and it's just gonna be how you want your doll's hair. There's many ways to do it, many styles of how you want to do it, and that's gonna be how you sew your doll hair on. I'm finishing up the top. I think I went to go do some more hairlines. I'll tell you that with a lot of hair, it makes the doll's hair a little bit, or doll's neck, a little bit weaker. And she recommended putting a popsicle stick inside the doll when you sew it together, which I didn't do. So now I'm just kind of checking over the doll, making sure she looks good. I'm telling you, she turned out so adorable. This is such a great gift for $6 to give to a special little someone in your family. Well, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe. Share this video on social media to Instagram and Facebook. And follow us while you're there. Until next video, y'all, be blessed.
I'm coming